Hi, thanks for coming. I'm so excited to do my first live video for you, and I'm going to show you how to make beads the easy way. Uniform beads that you're going to be proud to wear, and really it's quite easy. So let's get started. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll talk about supplies and equipment, okay? So first of all, the most important thing that you're going to be using is the clay, and the clay has to be firm enough for you to be able to cut it when it's made into a cane, for you to roll it into a bead and have the bead hold up for you when you're covering it. So I recommend Primo clay. It's the perfect texture for caning. It's just firm enough, but not so firm that it breaks your arm to condition it, and not so soft that it mashes down when you go to cut it. So I would get Primo. I do get Primo. The other thing I like to use is my clay machine. This is a Makin's clay machine. I've had most of the other brands, all of the other brands actually, and this one's got a 7-inch wide opening, which you're going to want because when you make a big sheet of material, you're not going to have to want to make 6 of them. You're going to want to make one big one, and a 7-inch machine will do that for you. The other product I'll be using today that you need to get is the Aleene's Jewelry Pendant Gel. It says it in French there, but there's no way I'm going to try to say that. And what it is it's a clear coat that you put on your pendants, or in your pendants in the case of the one we're going to make today, that make it glassy inside, like it's, you know, full of some kind of liquid. And it's really pretty. Those are the things I've been using, I've had good luck with. You'll also need a nice sharp blade. You want to keep your blade nice and clean for cutting, and you want a cutter round for making round beads. You're going to want some kind of a piercing tool. Maybe one of your friends will make one for you, like my friend Sea Glass Pam made for me. If not, make one for yourself or use a toothpick. Okay, you'll also need little rolling things. I've got this special rolling thing, which is my secret rolling thing, and you can't know where I got it. This could be used like a knitting needle, something like that. This is also a secret, but I'll tell you where I got it later. So that's all we're going to be using today. You don't need a lot of stuff. The most important thing next to the clay is a good firm surface. So you're going to want to cut on a nice firm piece of glass or piece of tile, something like that. Now if you've got it, just get a wire hanger. A lot of people don't even have these anymore, so you have to be old like me to have wire hangers, and I got them. You just cut them into lengths like this, make sure they're kind of straight and nice like this one is, and you can put all your beads on it and you can bake on it by just putting it across, of course, a little pan or something, and that way you don't have to buy an expensive rack to make your beads on. So that's what we're going to do, and let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to start up with our beads, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a cutter. I've made a sheet of clay with a number 2 on my pasta machine, and it just so happens that on a number 2 setting with this particular size cutter and this particular size cane that wouldn't fit in this cutter, so you're getting the proportions. The 2 pieces that we're going to make our bead with just happen to fit perfectly. Now you don't get that lucky with every size cutter you use, but just FYI, it works with this size. Okay? So I've cut out some beads, and I'm going to take it, soften it up a little bit. And it doesn't take a whole lot of working with it. I think you've all made little round beads, probably since your first can of Play-Doh. I know I have made many. So you're going to make a nice little bead. When I'm working on my own, I make all the beads, set them aside, and then do all my cuts. And the reason is you want your bead to be a little bit firmed up when you go to put the slices on it, okay? So you've got your beads, and we'll just pretend I made all these because I'm not going to do it right now, okay? So you've got these, and now you're going to take and do your slices. And they need to be about the thickness of a nickel. If you can get them a little bit smaller, that's fine, but slicing can be really tricky for a lot of people, and for me. So a nickel's fine. And take 2 nice clean slices. If they're not perfect, it's really fine. So take your slice and just warm it up a little bit because it gets a little more flexible. It makes it easier for you to wrap it around the bead, okay? So a lot of people think when they're working with a cane like this that they've got to make discs, right? Cutting thick ones and putting a hole through them. But you don't have to do that. You can make round ones like this. Okay, so what you're doing now is you're putting it on like a little hat. And you can line up your points, or you can offset your points. This is your art, and you want to do it the way you feel like doing it. Okay? I think I'll just put them like this because I like the way it kind of makes a black area. I'm big on black areas. Okay, so I'm going to put the little other hat on. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you are into perfection, I feel sorry for you, but if you're into perfection, you can cut that off with a little pair of nail scissors and we can make it like absolutely perfect. But I'm not doing it. Okay, so now you've got this little rod, or you've got your knitting needle. And honestly, I was kind of kidding about not telling you where I got it. I've had so many pasta machines that I have decided I'm going to recycle them. So I took them all apart, and inside they've got these things. So then I didn't feel so gypped out when all my former pasta machines broke down on me. Of course, now that I have the Makin's machine and it's lasting and working, I probably won't have too many more of these. But that's just a little anecdotal story for you. So what I'm doing with this is I'm taking that seam out because it looks really nice and mysterious when they're smooth and people say, how did you get it so smooth? Okay, the process of working with it kind of flattens it a little bit. I kind of like that drum shape, but we're making round beads today, so go ahead and gently. You want to be gentle so you don't distort your design. But now you're just going to gently make it round again, okay? And this is really a good bead. You can do it with anything. Okay, so you have a bead. You can see by this bowl of goodies that there are all kinds of variations you can do with your cane. That's going to be for another video. But you've pierced your bead, and you can put it onto the wire hanger. And it's really neat because all I got to do is put it across an oven-proof dish and just bake them up, okay? So that's what you do. I want to tell you one more thing about this material and something you can do with it, and that's that you can make pendants to go with your beads. And you may as well do it while you've got all this stuff out, and it doesn't really take its own tutorial because it's so easy. So what you're doing is you just take a slab of black. You can use the same thickness that you did to make your beads. Cut it with a bigger round cutter, and then take all the little pieces of cane that you tried to slice and that you sliced wrong, like I do, and just stick them on there in any kind of random manner on your piece of black. Roll over them with your roller, and then take that piece of clay, stick it on top of a light bulb, and cut it with the cutter again to make it nice and round, bake it up. So what you end up with is kind of a neat design sheet on top of a pendant. Then you fill it up with your Eileen's and let it cure. And I think it makes a really interesting looking pendant. Here's one with just a big slice of the original cane. So you can imagine all the different things that you can do with that. And it's easy, and people are kind of impressed by it because they're not sure how you got the dome and how you got the shiny stuff. So there you go. So here's kind of a cool example of making round beads. You know, a round bead is such a simple thing that you can go pretty wild with your caning on them. This is the original size of this cane just about, and you can see how you've retained, you can retain all of your detail, and you can make them even smaller and still keep your design really intact. So I hope you want to make some beads. I really enjoy it, and all the ones I've made have always been big sellers and have been popular, and it's really fun and easy when you do it like this. So I hope you thought this was fun. It was really fun for me, and it's all about me. So I hope you come back again and you see some more of my tutorials. I really want to do a caning tutorial. This is really an easy cane to make. And it's made with a 3-part Skinner blend in a triangle and a little jelly roll cane. And most of the stuff I do really is really simple. It's just how you cut it and put it back together. It makes you look really clever. That's something I like. If you're interested in seeing more videos or seeing more complex caning videos, please like my little video, and also if you want to subscribe, that really helps me out and enables me to make more. And you can always get a hold of me, busypandora@gmail.com, and I will answer your inquiries. So thanks a lot for coming. I hope to see you again. Bye.